Virgo. Let's go into Virgo's energy. Sagittarius, impatience, I see. I wonder if you feel that way. Impatience, and I feel like when someone gets impatient, they get very frustrated, and that makes them become very distant. I wonder if that's what you guys are experiencing now, or that's what I can see. You have a lot of, wow, you have something real positive coming in for you. Aries energy is here, Virgo. Are you thinking of an Aries? Moon or rising energy could be a cross watcher here. I just feel like things are going to be in a beautiful place in your love life. But there's this message coming through from Spirit for someone to like, okay, it's funny because I kind of love this card. 9 of Cups is like, I'm eating up this attention with a spoon. Like, lay it on thick. I want it all. And I feel like this person kind of just gets swept up in that energy because it feels good. It feels good to be doted on. It feels good to be cared for. It feels good to be loved. I see that. But there's this really strong message to not get so greedy, because the 9 of Cups easily can shift into the energy of greed. And I don't say that to be rude, but I mean, it's just very important for someone to keep in mind that what you are receiving, you should give it back if you want things to be successful. Because this Emperor is coming in reverse, and I know that that's like, that directly, these two relate directly, because the Emperor in reverse is a person who is that provider. They're very nurturing, and it's someone who's protective of their person's heart, their energy. It's really a giver. They give their all. But when the Emperor's energy comes in reverse, I feel like they're saying, well, what about me? Have you forgotten about me? Don't you think that I deserve to receive some of this back? And I know that this is a good person, and this is a person who just gives with their heart and soul very sincerely, because they want the other one to feel good, and because it just comes from a sincere place. But this is also a person that's very deserving of love and the same attention, because one of you in this connection, you just have all of the attention on you. You do. And I know where that really makes you blossom in a lot of ways. It's a beautiful thing. I think that there's just something to keep in mind to give to each other for the remainder of the month. Even the 6 of Pentacles, that's funny because that's a very generous energy. Do you see where this person's holding those scales? So it lets me know their intentions, and they believe in having equality for everyone. Even everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves to be treated well, especially if you're their significant other. Of course, it means more. So you see where they're just like, it's funny because even this person is like begging. This person can't get enough. And when you see these two energies combined, I just think it's funny because someone may not realize how much they are taking from the other one, absorbing it all like a sponge. If this were chocolate, they would gain like 10 pounds with everything they're getting. Do you know what I mean? It's like take. But I think it's important to think about giving back, because that's what's going to keep things balanced. That's what's really going to make things truly go to a successful place for the two of you. Okay, this is important because the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is like, what is getting neglected here? Someone is getting neglected. And it's not coming from a malicious place, really. This person is just indulging in all of the attention and how good it makes them feel. They really enjoy being taken care of. maybe they're not always taken care of, and maybe that's why they just get lost in it, living it up and just like letting it all come to them. They eat it up with a spoon. But the overall energy is about like being so fixed on one thing that something else in the relationship gets neglected. And I know that that energy is very clear. So there's also the, you know, messages of advice to you from spirit about just keeping each other in mind. Oh my gosh. So now it's a really special time to do things for each other, because I feel like it'll just take the connection to the next level. It'll take the connection to a place that the two of you can be so proud of. Like, if you think it's as good as it's gonna get, it's not. You know, the two of you thrive off of each other's attention. But if one person is getting too much and like there's this greed, the other one becomes very wilted. You know, you want something that you can be proud of, and what's going to make you guys super proud of this, like bragging about it to your friends, how good things are going, is when you do right by each other. So, I mean, you can really take advantage of the energy, Virgo, because it's a beautiful time for you and your person to spoil each other, to dote on each other. If you feel like this is your energy and they do something that's like super sweet and nice for you, pay it back to them. Think about what would make them feel as good as you feel and give it back to them. I feel like your connection is going to be in a really beautiful place. It's just the most important thing to keep in mind is paying back what you receive, because whoever it is, you know, that could even be you know, you may feel like the energies are reversed. This could be your person's energy. You're giving to them. In that case, let them watch the reading or open up to them about how you feel. Open up to them about what you'd like to receive from them and how you feel like, you know, maybe you're getting kind of lost. Maybe you're not as much of a priority. The connection looks beautiful. That's what you need to know. And you guys are going down a beautiful path together. There's like so much that's getting ready to unfold for you in the connection, because you really are like in sync. Just know that you are. Even though there's like these little hiccups, it's not something that's going to like fully damage the connection, because you just have a lot of positivity. Opportunity is here. So if I were a Virgo, I mean, I would, especially if I knew that I was getting treated so good like that, I would definitely keep it in my mind to try and make my person as good as I feel. It's just like the little things, little special things. It's really matters of the heart. Because you see, this person is full of cups. And what that represents is their heart is full. They feel loved. And that's a beautiful thing. And I just think it's cute the way that they're like, they get so used to that special attention. Like this person, they can get used to it, and they do, and they kind of forget to give it back only because it feels so good. So for whoever it is that is in this energy, maybe feeling a bit neglected, it's not because of something that you're lacking. It's because they can't get enough of you and your attention. And it's just like they bathe in it. They live in it. It just feels so good to them. It's so satisfying. I mean, that's what that energy represents. So you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything right, which is very ironic. So if you do feel like you're the one that needs more attention, I would definitely speak up. Speak up about it, because you guys are going to land in a beautiful place. You have something that looks very successful to me, something that the two of you, I feel, will be an example to others. Okay, Virgo, that's what I can see coming through. You have a lot of positive energy. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, the messages for you. That's what I see coming through for the remainder of July. I send you much love and light. Let's take a look into Virgo's energy. I see Pisces energy here. Scorpio energy is here. And Aquarius energy is all coming through. So a lot of signs already. Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces. Are you guys cross watchers? Or maybe it's moon or rising energy? Could be your person's energy, Virgo. Well, I see someone being ignored. Honestly, that's I hope that you're the one that's doing the ignoring and that you're not being ignored, Virgo. The messages here are very strong from Spirit. Page of Wands and then the moon coming through together. The Page of Wands is like a deliverer of messages, so that shows me a lot of different things. It's like the communication between you and someone. The phone calls, the text messages. It's like it's not being received. Maybe there's someone that you decide that you don't want to talk to, or maybe you're playing a little more hard to get, or some of you are just straight up ignoring this person. There's a lot that you're like that you don't want to deal with or look at. It's like the energy of turning a blind eye. You know, even in the moon's energy, because the moon is very revealing. And then to see it come in reverse with the Page of Wands, it's like it being ignored. So I do see this could be just like a weird dynamic between you and someone. You have to know that if you are the person that's doing the ignoring, it's a huge, huge disappointment. It really is. The Star card in reverse as the overall energy. So I know it's not the easiest thing to hear, Virgo, but I do feel like there'll be some disappointments that come through in mid-July. Maybe you are just slowly phasing away from someone. It does leave them feeling very disappointed when you do that. I just feel like this person looks at you and feels, I mean, because the Empress and the Star, that's like someone who's untouchable in so many ways. There's no one that could compare to you. You don't have any competition. Because, I mean, the Star shows me your outer beauty. The Empress shows me your inner beauty and like your mind and your success, your intentions, your maturity. So it really is being the full package that blows anyone else out of the water. So the fact that you might be ignoring someone, not wanting to talk to them, it puts them in a place where they feel extremely disappointed, because you are who they'll compare everyone to. Like, honestly, you're who they're comparing everyone to now, because you know we all have history, and when they look back at their love life and they compare it to you, it doesn't compare. You're like a new standard. And so being ignored like this is super, super disappointing. It's saddening even, because it makes them feel like, I think they felt like a lot was at stake here, and they felt like it could be something that is absolutely incredible, because to be with you would be like a dream, and now that dream is like taken away. It's like a bubble that bursts. Maybe you just don't like their approach. I say that because when I see the Empress come in reverse, I'm sure that you realize all of this. Maybe you are very confident and you're like, you know what, I have a certain standard. This is what I want. This is what I'll accept. And if this person is not doing things the way that I feel is right for me, then that's what I have to do. The Empress coming through in reverse, that lets me know that maybe you feel like you're not being as respected as you should be. So I think that if someone doesn't step up in a major way, they might get phased out. The Death card in reverse, I just feel like it shows me a very stagnant energy, maybe of this energy like progressing, you know, like remaining, I should say, throughout mid-July. That's not to make someone feel bad, like especially if they're the one that's getting ignored or like getting phased out. It's not to tell you that you are not good enough and this and that, you know, but you also have to think about your own boundaries, what you'll accept and what you won't, and how you want to be treated as well. I think it's very important, I think it's very important to let someone know, and I'm not taking sides when I say this, but there is kind of like, I feel like one of you looks at the other one and feels like you're starstruck by this person. But there's something about maybe the approach. It's maybe even off-color jokes. Oh, I was just kidding, that kind of thing. If someone has been doing, like, making those jokes or, like, taking jabs at the other one in, like, a playful energy, because I see that here, I think that they should definitely change their strategy. I think that they should, because you may not realize how it's offended the other one. Because I just see where someone feels very offended here. And of course that energy goes around and around. When someone is getting ignored, of course they're going to feel offended. But then when I look at it from the other person's perspective, with who feels so disrespected like that, I think that they feel maybe even a bit insulted, maybe by someone's approach. I mean, it is true that if they don't step it up, it's like it's not gonna work. Okay, Virgo, that's what I can see. So I do wonder if you are just holding someone accountable, and if you don't like the way that they're being with you, because really that is the energy here. Someone doesn't like the kind of moves that the other one is making. They feel like they need to like really step it up, level up maybe. And that's not to make someone feel bad, but then that it's also important, it's important to know, because maybe someone will think back to maybe mistakes that they made and things that they should have done differently. You know, when you have someone like this in front of you, this is someone that you have to treat with a lot of respect. It's someone that I feel is very rare because of what they have to offer. So maybe that's something that you realize about yourself, Virgo, in the way that you're not going to be accepting something that's less than what you feel you deserve. And I really, unless it's stepping up in a major way, I really feel like you might be set in your decision about this person. And I say that because I see people in two different places here. You know, a page and an empress, they really don't fit well together. They don't. I feel like they are in different places emotionally, different places mentally, spiritually, could even be like literally in life with different levels of accomplishments. So I know that there has, you know, there is judgment that's here. It's like judgment and comparing, and then maybe the way that someone feels the other one needs to level up. That's what I can see. So that those may be all of your feelings, you know, and as mid-July presses forward, Virgo, you just may kind of go mute on someone. That's what I can see, kind of like maybe even slowly phasing out. I don't think it'll be like a full-on like ghosting. It could just be like short answers, and some of you could have even already gone through energy like this, wondering what happened. That's what I can see. That's what I can see going on. And I know those are not the easiest messages to receive, but maybe it's going to help give someone clarity. And you know, just to even think about what it is that they deserve from someone. Maybe even some of you Virgos watching this are gonna, you know, it can help you realize things about yourself, like, yeah, you know what, I do have a lot to offer. I am a serious person. I am a good looking person. So why should I settle for someone that's not giving me what I feel I deserve? That's the energy that's all around you guys for mid-July. Just someone feeling disrespected. It's kind of a shame though, because of the way that I see they look at the other one. Maybe they just did things to mess up, because they really truly do look at you like you blow them away and there's no competition when it comes to you. But maybe someone needs to learn how to treat the other one better. And I don't say that to like take sides, but that really is the problem. That's where all these blockages are. Someone who feels like they deserve more respect. Okay, Virgo, that's what I can see coming through for mid-July. I love you guys. I send you much love and light, Virgo. Let's finish out the readings with Virgo. Okay, Virgo, last but not least, let's take a look at your love life for the first half of July. I can see Leo's energy here. I wonder if any of you are on the cusp of Leo. Could be cross watchers. You might have that energy, moon or rising, Virgo, because that's here. I feel like there is almost someone who's taking the initiative and taking charge. I wonder if there's going to be any role reversals between you and your person. I feel like there's someone who feels like they have a lot to make up to you and they want to start making it up to you. They want to show you. I feel like you have someone here that feels like they want to repay you. Like they want to prove something to you. I feel like there's this energy maybe of you having done a lot for this person and maybe feeling like they haven't always acknowledged it, appreciated it. Some of you could be in this energy where you feel like you've been taken for granted. If you let them, there's a lot that I feel they want to give to you and show you. It's really a matter of will you let them though, because this energy will get activated if you choose to. That's what I can see. So some of you, it might be important that you let your person take the lead for the first half of July. That's what I can see. So if you're normally someone who like takes the initiative with everything, it could be important that you start letting them show that side. Because it's there, they want to do it. It's just like, will you be open to it? I feel like you have a very strong presence, and it may be in ways that you don't quite see. That's what I feel. For others of you, you might be apart from this person now. You might be in the energy of being separated from them. I just see where there's someone who doesn't want to fight anymore, first of all. And I know that you may be in a place too where you just feel very defeated as well. Just know that they don't want to fight. They're not going to fight. There could even be things that they've done or said that they want to take back. I just feel like where there's this energy of someone who has a lot that they want to make up to you. So of course that could even be like an apology. I feel like there's a lot going on with you, because I see where you may feel like you've been taken for granted by them before. You may feel like you stand all alone at times, like you don't have the kind of support that you need. I just know that if you let this person in, there's a lot that they want to show to you, a lot that they want to... See you guys, Paul? There's a lot that they want to do. I feel like it's important that some of you who are in an alpha role, let your person be the alpha one. That's up to you though. Of course, like if there's been something that's hurt you very deeply, I can understand if you don't want this energy. But for those of you that do and you want your person to take more initiative towards you, I feel like that starts with you being more submissive. Now, please, that is not an invitation to like be disrespected or like walked over. That's not what I mean. But it could be time for some of you feminine energies who have been very masculine in your energy to be a bit more feminine for the first half of July. I hope that that makes sense, because I just feel like your divine masculine energy wants to know that they are the divine masculine. They want to prove that, they want to show that. So that's what Spirit is showing me. It's important that divine feminines let their masculines take the lead, because I feel like some divine feminines have adopted many masculine tendencies without realizing it. So let your masculine lead. You know, of course, that's completely up to you, but that's like what they want. That's what they want. They want that side to be activated again. And you even see this energy here. The Ace of Wands is very, very masculine. Of course, it's very phallic. It represents sexuality, being very virile, very passionate, being the dominant one, taking the lead. I think it's time for whoever is in a feminine energy to take a step back and let their masculine lead. Of course, you know, you'll do what you feel is best. And that doesn't mean to offend like any people who are like feminists out there, but that's what I can see. That's what I can see. I wonder how that makes you feel, because I just know where there's a lot that someone wants to prove to you, and I feel like that does come from your masculine, your divine masculine. Okay? And now remember, just because you are a man doesn't necessarily mean that you are in a masculine energy, because, you know, we have so many different people that connect. Same-sex connections, things like that. So whoever it is that is in that feminine role, you've become too masculine. It's time for you to let your masculine lead. That's what I can see. And I feel like that is something that they want, because they kind of want to sweep you off your feet. So if you let yourself be open to this energy, be prepared for someone who is gonna, you know, be very masculine in many ways. It's like being protective, it's being a provider, it's definitely taking dominance sexually, physically. I feel like that is what they really want. So I feel like this reading is really a lot of messages of advice to you from Spirit about maybe how to approach things a little bit differently. I feel like I see that energy here. I see someone who is gonna let their guard down. You know, the Queen of Wands, I feel like, yes, this is a highly feminine energy, yet for some reason there's a real masculine energy with this Queen of Wands as well, because I feel like it's so take charge. I feel like it's someone that has a lot of control. So in that case, it's just represented here. So I feel like what Spirit is showing us is to let your masculine do the leading. And I wonder if that's something that they've expressed to you, Virgo, or if you're the one, you know, watching this that is masculine. I wonder if you've expressed that to your person. For some reason, I just know that this message is coming through because it's very important. Okay, I want to look at this 9 of Wands. And isn't that funny, because this couple is now coming through, and then the Magician's energy, it's like a spark. King and Queen of Wands. So Sagittarius energy is here. I think that someone really needs to kind of get out of their own way. There's a lot of worry that I pick up on, but that worry just comes from a need to control, and the less they try to control, the better that they'll feel. It just could be time for you to let someone else take the lead right now, Virgo, for your own peace of mind. I feel like some of you for the first half of July are going to come to this realization about, you're going to take a look in the mirror, I feel, and I feel like when you do, you're going to see ways that you've changed. I think you're going to see how You have very, very strong convictions that perhaps you need to be a little more flexible with. I think you're going to see that you have become guarded, and I think that's going to make you want to let your guard down. I think that you're going to see that in a lot of ways you've been very protective of yourself where you don't need to be, and that's what's going to make you open like this. I just feel like there's such a strong message of someone who wants to take the lead here, maybe even wants to apologize, make things up to you if you will let them. And there's just such a strong message to you from Spirit to let this person. I know that, of course, all of the circumstances are different. So you have to do what is best for you. You know, you're an adult. You know what you've gone through. I don't see like a lot of heavy energy that's here. What I see is like a power struggle and like a role reversal that Spirit is showing me it's best if it got back to its positions. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you, Virgo. That is what I can see. Like if you want someone to make moves towards you, take the initiative, take things into control, you have to let them. That's the thing is you have to let them. And I feel like some of you will come to the realization of ways that you've been kind of really calling the shots. And if you just kind of relinquish that control and let this person take the lead, you might be happily surprised how it really gets things back on track. Okay, that is what I can see coming through for the first half of July, Virgo. I feel like your reading was really, really interesting. It makes me wonder, what's been going on with you and your person and how you feel about like that role reversal. Please don't think that I mean to offend at all. With the energies, but for whatever reason, that's what Spirit is showing me, that some of the feminines have been too masculine, and they have to let their masculine take the lead, at least for the first half of July. That's the best thing. That's what I can see. Okay, Virgo, I love you guys. That's what I see coming through. I do hope that you have a beautiful couple weeks. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next video.